Hey everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. And today I'm going to be talking about or flipping through my 2024 project life. This is volume number 1, and I will do another video for volume 2, or else this would just be a really long video. I'm probably going to do a chatty intro, so I'll just post the timestamp below of when I actually start flipping through, because I wanted to talk about switching from this size, the 6x12, over to the 9x12, and kind of my reasoning for doing that. I think I have a video on this channel where I was talking about why I was switching. So if I can find that, I'll link that below. But essentially for the past, since like 2019, I've been using this 6x12 album from Studio Calico or Ali Edwards. And they just have the there's two 4x6 and then two 3x4. So for a week, I would have a spread like this. And I like this size a lot. It was really helpful, like getting started on Project Life, to use this size. But I found that I have a lot of product and I want to include a lot more pictures. I take a lot more photos now. So, and I was kind of building out products and I wanted to use them. So I decided to go with a bigger size. I also wanted to be able to add really large photos, and I didn't really have an option in here to do that. Like I could add this size, like a 5x7 or a 6x8 maybe photo in here, but that was it. And I was also very concerned that they were not going to be selling these anymore. I think Ali Edwards has stopped selling them. Studio Calico, I think, has moved to just stationery products. And scrapbook.com does not make this size. And they also don't make these size page protectors where it's hard to find them anymore. These were the Design H from Becky Higgins. So with all of that in mind, I decided to move over to the 9x12. And it took me a little bit to get my footing on how I wanted to fill out these pages, but I think I finally got there. And I love this size, and I'm going to continue doing this size for 2025. And one of the things that I really love about it, I love the page protectors. They are so thick, and just the pictures slide in really easy, the pictures in the cards, so it's great. And I also think the albums are very nice, and they have like the little corner things on them, corner protectors, and so I think they're good quality. They're from scrapbook.com, and they are going to continue to keep selling them and stocking them. All right, so let's go ahead and get into my album. Like I said, this is 2024 Volume 1, which is from January through June. And I do, on the front cover, I always have a picture of me and my husband. And then I have the year and the months that are included in the album. And then I always do an initial, so Kevin and Tanya. And that just kind of shows who's in the album, like who is this album about. And I like to see what we look like at the beginning of the year. And then I have been using in here Ali Edwards Stories by the Month and her story kits. And I also use Ellie Studio, and I started subscribing. Actually, I don't think it's in this volume, but in volume 2, I started subscribing to Coco Daisy. So you'll see some of that coming up. But anyway, the first week in January, it was pretty quiet. It was still kind of our vacation time at home, and we were binging Breaking Bad. I was working on a December album with my on a trip that I went on with my mom. And what else? I think that's about it. And this is using the January Stories by the Month kit. And this is also using January Stories by the Month kit. And I think, let me adjust my blinds because we just got a lot of light. So hold on. And that didn't really help that much, did it? Okay, That's a little better. All right. So then week 2, this was a stash week, and I did use some things from January stories by the month, like these cards. I guess the majority of them are January stories by the month. Actually, this one is the birthday story kit because my birthday is in week 2. It's on January 14th. And my parents were in town, so I was just talking about that. Week 3, I was using the Savor story kit. And let's see, Kevin was going on a couple of motorcycle trips here. We're just hanging out at home. I was reading this Matthew Perry, his autobiography. And yeah, that's about it. Working on a puzzle. Week 4, we started going out on Sundays to get outside and get fresh air. So that was one of our goals in the year, is on the weekends where we could get outside. We did that before it got too hot. So we did that. I finished my puzzle. We were just binging a couple of different shows. And then we went to this Edgar Allan Poe speakeasy with some of our friends. Week 5, I went to go to the chateau and do a tour of the chateau with my friend. She took me there for my birthday to celebrate. So here's just some pictures of the inside. We also were doing a walk out. We did like kind of a hike out on a nature trail. And I was reading the Midnight Library. So I like to include like things I'm reading, things I'm watching, which I didn't have as much room to do that in the other size. This is using the February stories by the month. And I loved that the book I was reading actually matched the kit. I thought that was funny. So reading this book for book club, I was starting to get back into trying to exercise more and lose weight and just taking care of my health, going to my cardiology appointment, getting outside. We were listening to Amy Winehouse, and our dentist that we've had for 20 something years retired, and so we went to his retirement party. It was really sad that he's retiring. All right, let's see, week 7 was Valentine's week, so we had some Valentine gifts here. I think this is using Ellie Studio, just things I had in my stash, but Ellie Studio products. And we went on like a date night here. We went to go see the ballet for Valentine's. And then we went to Vegas with some of our friends. And I did, on one of my videos, and I don't remember which one, I showed that I'm creating a Vegas compilation album. And so that trip is in there. And I'm working on another one, so I will have an update on that album pretty soon. But we just went to Vegas over President's Day weekend. And then, sorry if you don't like seeing teeth, you probably don't like the spread, but we decided after going to our new dentist that he said, oh, you should go to an orthodontist and have an orthodontist appointment, because I had some bite issues and Kevin had some bite issues and needed some straightening in his teeth. So we decided to go, and we weren't really planning on getting braces, but they kind of talked us into it. So we ended up saying we were going to get braces, or signing up to get it this week, which was very surprising. I think this is it's not surprise. Is it surprise? Unexpected. That's what it is. The unexpected story kit. So it was perfect for this because we really were not expecting to sign up to get braces. And then more time outside in nature. And then also, which was perfect for this kit, Kings of Leon, which is Kevin's favorite band, came out with new music, which they hadn't done for like 5 years, I think. So it was a really nice surprise. Week number 9, we ended up going to the garden as our week outside, our Sunday outside, the Desert Botanical Garden. So we just have a lot of pictures from that. And Kevin went and helped our friends with their cabin. He did that quite a lot this year. We voted, and what else? Oh, I met up with my friend for some pizza. And let's see, March. So this is kind of using March Stories by the Month kit, or the title card here. And then I was using the punctuation quarterly kit for the cards and this big saying right here. This week, Kevin's uncle passed away, so I kind of dedicated this page to him and just remembering things about him and experiences that we shared. And then I have his like obituary. And then we also got our braces on this week. So I have the instructions here. So I thought that would be fun to look back on at some point. So here's Kevin getting his on, and this is our before picture and after picture. And then more Sunday outside. We saw this really bright red bird. I think I looked up what it was, vermilion flycatcher. And it was just so bright red, and I wanted to just really showcase that in this photo, so I made everything else black and white. Week number 11 was St. Patrick's Week, and this was just talking about adjusting to life with braces, and we did not really like that, did not enjoy it very much. We were eating soup and things like that because our teeth hurt. We went to the sandbar, and got some green beer. And we were trying to go to this fountain. They turn it green every year on St. Patrick's Day, but we didn't know that they didn't turn it green for the entire day. So by the time we got there, it was already done. So maybe we'll go to that this year. And then I got Kevin and I got both of us some massages and facials for Christmas. So we went and had our massages on that day. All right, week 12. What was I using this week? This is the March Stories by the Month kit. And I thought this was funny, showing like, where in the world is Kate, Princess Kate? So I do like to include some kind of news stories every once in a while. So I thought this one was interesting because everyone was like having conspiracy theories about what was happening with Kate. And then we come to find out that she actually was sick and had cancer. I was reading the Diary of Anne Frank, and we were watching Long Way Round. And Kevin went to a meetup with people that he works with, and they were doing like a car show competition kind of thing. And he ended up taking one of his motorcycles, and he got 4th place. And so they just went to, I don't know if you can see that. They went to Duck Donuts, and this is everyone, and I just have an arrow for where Kevin is. And I put a little magnet down here in the back of this photo, and then this has a magnet inside, and so it just kind of like clicks shut, which I like, because I don't like when I turn the page and I have these flip ups that move all over. Let's see. And then Kevin also started, what am I trying to say? He moved into a desk. So he's been working from home and working from the couch, and he finally decided that he needed a desk. So we got that set up for him that week. Week 13, this is just using my stash, and it was Easter week. So I was just putting kind of the places we were going and things we were eating here. That was fun. And Kevin went on another ride here. I liked how I just kind of did a collage so I could fit a lot more photos on there. So I did like a couple circles of different photos. Kevin got me an Easter card that was custom made by my sister. She sells cards. And he got ones with braces because we were having braces. So I thought that was funny. And we got a picture of us with our braces and the card. And this is my card to Kevin. And then our Easter baskets. And I have little Kings of Leon tickets because I got Kevin tickets to the concert for Easter. And then just here, things that I was loving. So what I was reading. And then I was working on Project Life 2023 and the love story. We were doing like a mini kit that week. Then this one is the April Stories by the Month. So this is just showing Kevin in his new little office. He's kind of tucked in the corner in our guest bedroom. We went and got Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts to celebrate Dad on his RIP day. We do that every year. And then we like to listen to music on Saturdays, and we'll play like 24 songs, and we call it a cold case. And so this is like the list of the 24 songs that we did that night. And then here's just me sitting in the room listening to that. And I also like to journal while we're listening to music. So that's me with my journal. And this is kind of our kitchen. I don't know if we had included a picture of that recently since we got everything done, but we got our furniture in, and Kevin got me tulips. They're my favorite flower, and they're blooming in the spring, so he got me those, and he just got me a little card that said tulips. And this was the SpaceX Falcon 9. You could see that launch from Arizona, from Gilbert. Week 15, we were supposed to be going to Dallas to see the eclipse, but it was supposed to be, I think it was going to be raining, and so we weren't going to be able to see the eclipse. So we ended up just taking the week off as like a staycation, and we watched the solar eclipse from a park by us. We also went out to breakfast. We went and saw Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. These cards are from the punctuation kit, quarterly scrapbook kit, and this is just something I had in my stash. And let's see, we also went to the park and had some more donuts and coffee. And then my niece was having a gender reveal party. So she was having a girl, she found out. She was very excited. In April, this week was the week before Week in the Life. So I was getting the house ready, like cleaning everything. I wanted it to be nice and clean for Week in the Life. So there wasn't a whole lot going on here, like as far as activities we were doing other than cleaning and getting ready for Week in the Life. So Kevin was putting together our home gym. We got some new equipment for in there. We went and bought this flower. We really try to have green thumbs when it comes to flowers, but they just always die. So I have a black thumb, I guess. Okay, and then Week in the Life, I finished Week in Life 2023, and I filmed my flip through, which that's actually what that QR code is. And then I set up the Week in the Life for 2024, and I still have to finish that week. And then just some other things, like what I was reading, other things we were doing that week. Oh, I do want to mention, like, I love how you can add, in this configuration of pages, you can add like little micro stories about each one of your photos if you want. So I do that a lot, and I get a lot more journaling in. Okay, so this week is Week in the Life, and what I did basically is I picked one 4x6 photo, one 3x4 photo for each day, and then I did a 3x4 gratitude card, and I did, these were the vellum pages that have the little dots in them, and I just cut them in half, and then I added little photo strips on top instead of making the little circle pictures. But I did that for each day. Sorry, the lighting is really not good in here. Let me adjust my blinds again. That made it worse. All right, we'll just try our best to get through this so you can see it. Okay, so Tuesday, this was my Tuesday here, and then I had an extra spot here, so I added one of the quote cards from the Week in the Life kit from Allie Edwards. And then I was also documenting some of our collections and things around the house, and Kevin has a lot of checks, so I wanted to document that. All right, this is Wednesday. Here again, you can see how much we love brushing our teeth and dealing with that with braces on. And this is me at work. And then this is Thursday. I think this is also Thursday because I had the extra space again there. Friday, and then this is Saturday, and this is Sunday. So I did have 2 extra inserts this week. Then we get to let me try to turn on my light. It's probably better, like you can see it a little more. I hope it's not too glary. This week we rented a Tesla and we went to Page, Arizona to visit my brother and his family, and my parents were also there. So this is just us experiencing the Tesla. This is from I don't remember what year it is. It's from a travel collection from Ali Edwards. And I don't remember exactly what year it was in. But here's something that I love about this album size is the large photos. So I was able to add in a large photo of the Glen Canyon Dam in Page. And I did add a digital stamp here from Ali Edwards. And then there's a picture of me driving in this car. This is a car that my dad restored. It's a 57 Chevy Bel Air, and he basically restored it from the metal up, from the frame up. And so he was really excited to let us drive it and ride around in it. I love the color. It's like Tiffany blue. Who wouldn't love that color? And so I love this picture too. This is my dad and my mom and me and Kevin all inside the car. Kevin driving the car. This is my dad showing me where the gas cap is on the car. And then we just hung out with everyone and had a fire. This week I was using the May Stories by the Month. And let's see, he got the new KOL album. Got like a collector edition of the album. We went to see Swan Lake. So this is us at the ballet. We went and saw the Fall Guy, and Kevin went out to brunch with Heidi. And then we have started getting Sonic drinks and putting cherries in them. That was fun. It's a very summer thing to do. This week, I was reading this book right here. Every time I go on vacation, someone dies. It was just like a cute little summer read. My planner. We always get a dilly bar on the first 100-degree day of the year. So we went and got that on May 18th. And we got a new TV. So I think we were watching some kind of Star Wars thing right there. I loved this show, School Spirits. That was my favorite. I think it's on Netflix. That was my favorite binge of the year, TV binge. And then Kevin went to our friend's birthday party, and then I was getting my hair done, and I cut off a bunch of it. Week 21, this was the book I was reading that week. This is the reappearance of Rachel Price. We were binge watching Bridgerton. And what is this? We went out to breakfast. We also watched the show Unfrosted, and we had to stop it in the middle of the show and go buy Pop-Tarts. So if you ever watch that show, make sure you have Pop-Tarts on hand because you're going to want to eat them. This is just a flat lay of Kevin's box of memories. So I had him like pull out something, or he was looking through it. I think he was feeling nostalgic because we had a lot of our kids' friends were graduating from high school. And so it was kind of nostalgic of when they were graduating. And so we started looking through his box of memories. And so I had him like lay it all out as a flat lay and this isn't everything in there, but this is just some of the things in there. I thought it was interesting to see what he kept in there. Then week 22, this is when Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts. What were we doing? Watching lots of TV and movies and eating yummy treats. So this is us going to Starbucks. It looks like, I think it was Memorial Day. Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. We went and saw the 30th anniversary edition of The Crow, which is Kevin's favorite movie. And yeah, this was using the Ali Edwards June Stories by the Month kit. I loved this kit. I thought it was so cute. Loved it. And then again, I got a lot out of the Stories by the Month kits this year. So this is another spread that I did with the June Stories by the Month kit. And this I thought was interesting. The like zombie cicadas that were happening this year. We decorated for 4th of July. We were listening to U2. I was reading The Block Party. And then we went to Joann's and they had Halloween out, and this was my actual face when I saw Halloween in Joann's. And then we were decorating our front room. We decided to put up these movie posters, and then I didn't like it, so we ended up taking them down, but they were up there for a week or so. Then it was summer, so we're in full-on summer mode in June, and that's really hot here, so we don't go outside. We basically watch movies. So we did go to this movie, Bad Boys Ride or Die, and I just thought it was interesting to note how much we actually spent to go to the movies, just the two of us. So we have like movie tickets, the fees, we had 2 fountain drinks and 1 popcorn, a tip, and taxes and fees, and the whole total for the tickets and everything came out to $62.18. So it'll be very interesting to look back at that at some point. We were watching Bratz and The Program. I got a mani. I thought this was a fun summer mani. And then we went to Cold Stone, got some ice cream. And then I had a FaceTime call with my dad for Father's Day. This week I was using the Enjoy Story Kit from Allie Edwards. I was reading The Queen of Poisons. I liked to take this same photo of our house in different seasons so you can see the tree. I love this tree. It's a crepe myrtle, and so in the summer it has blossoms on it. And this is just some more things from our yard. We went to In-N-Out Burger. I gave an update on the Titan Submersive because I had put that in my 2023 album and was following that kind of closely last year, so I wanted to give an update. We were watching the what are these, Dallas Cowboy cheerleader show, and then this was just talking about Kevin cooking dinner and doing he had like a light show going and he was singing, and I did a video of it and put it out there so we can watch it. It was funny. And I was working on our motorcycle travel album. Week 26, we had monsoon season starting here, and so I took pictures. I love this picture. I think it's so cool, of our house with the clouds. It's all dark, and then there's like one spot that's blue. So just talking about the monsoon and just some photos of some palm trees with the monsoon sky. We went and saw Bike Riders in the theater. I was reading Slow Horses, which I did not like. We were reading that for book club. The presidential debate, talking about that, and then just listing out what we did here. This is also the June Stories by the Month kit. So that's 3 spreads total using that kit. And then the last page, a lot of it's covered up, but my niece ended up having emergency C-section and having her baby at 27 weeks. So she was in the NICU, and we actually went to go see her like right after this, but those are some pictures. You couldn't even see her face. It was just covered with the breathing tube. So that's it for volume 1. And like I said, I will be back to film volume 2 and do a flip through of that.